Wow,
She's
I
not
came in
married,
contact with this video clip
and
and it's so
there was no sex, so the
educative,
marriage is not
so
consummated. Not
informative.
married,
I
but
enjoy
getting
hearing
married
great men share
to the
life
guy
experience for others
could
to
not
learn
perform.
from. I encourage you to listen to it from
And
the beginning to
when
the
the guy could
end.
not
You have
perform,
so much to
it
learn
led
from
to,
it.
why can't you
Thank
perform?
you, men of God.
Something must be
Thank
wrong
you.
with you. Something
Thank
where I
you.
see you
This is
last
quite
week.
educative.
So
If this is
actually,
the
the
first
guy
time of
was
listening to me or watching this
having something to
channel,
do with
I
one
invite
of
you to
our
come back
key
again. The
bridesmaids,
words are deep,
and
deep
he was still
words
getting married.
around things
And that
happening
came
around
out. Of
us,
course, it led
especially
to a
here in
lot of other
Nigeria.
things.
I look forward to
Very
having
short
you
I said.
again.
So bottom
Thank
line, she
you.
came out of that
Yes.
first
But all this
marriage,
according to her story.
according to her story.
Yes.
Yeah. So she gets out of that and they go to do what is called a dissolution of
Solution of
marriage.
marriage.
I did my investigation. I later met the brother of the guy. I did my investigation. I had to do my due diligence. So, and I collected the certificate. I said, so you get dissolution. I went to lawyer. Which one be dissolution?
Yes, what does it mean?
That is, no, a marriage that is not consummated. That is, it's not even so. It was not consummated. So, when I did my due diligence. Second marriage, they've done the normal, what do you call the traditional Nigeria, whatever. And at that one, I knew about that because I knew that she said she was going abroad to go and get married and all those stuff. And then she came back, marry again. So they were to get married. And this guy is a pastor in a major denomination here in Nigeria. And the denomination is all this holy denomination.
Sure, yeah.
So before they could allow the guy is a pastor, to marry her, they said, look, we must be sure. So they did the investigation like I was now doing. And I went back to that same church again.
Yeah.
I booked an appointment. It took me to see that GO say, come. This person said,
Yes.
you are aware of this. And they said, yeah, that they did that. So I did my due diligence because I don't believe in all this judgment. So I said, okay, you marry first one, second one. These are none of your faults. It's not as if you did anything wrong.
Yeah.
So the second one.
So let's pause. Hold on.
Yeah.
So what this means is that, because we're going to get to that towards the end, but I just want to mention it. If somebody's going to remarry after a divorce or marry a divorcee, there are certain things they need to do, right? Yeah. So we'll get to that. I just wanted to mention that. So at the end, we'll address that.
Yes. Yeah. So she goes there, and the guy is, before she left, she has a business. So before she leaves, the guy said, don't worry, when you come, we'll still be doing your business. And then she gets there and the guy shifts the goalpost. Number one, you have to shut down your business in Nigeria. Number two, my sister said they went to consult one prophet and they said you cannot have a child. So since we have done traditional, you need to get pregnant
before we
go ahead to the next level. I said, no, I can't do that. So, and that's how she came back. That's how the second one. So these are the stories. So now, in what way has she done anything wrong? That
she deserves to suffer, yes.
That she deserves to suffer and not be blessed by a good man like Olumide. Yeah. Do you understand now? So I show up and I hear all these things. And by virtue of my own experience, by virtue of my journey with God, I knew that, no, she's not that. I prayed that I knew, and we went ahead and got into the relationship. But the very minute the relationship started, I started noticing things. I realized that she was in the prison of her past. I realized that insecurity was a major issue. I realized that her experience has damaged her, and she was not yet healed from that. But
trauma.
By virtue of the fact that this is my area, I knew what to do. I could help her, but she took succor in religion. Because she was doing all these prayer points. Well, I need to make it public that we actually got married in MFM. So, to let you know the kind of, so I need to be public. I got married to her in MFM.
Yeah.
The G of MFM is involved, in all these things. So, to understand, so she was prayer, 100 prayer points, 200 prayer points. I said, I believe in prayer. But what you need is not prayer that will solve it. So that becomes like, what do you mean? No, we have been around. We have been prayer. This one is not about prayer. You need help. You need help. You need help. And it was like, oh, no. So at a point, there are some things she did that I was like, wow. And like you say, don't let your next suffer for the sin of your ex. I'm like, wow. This is the way. And I said, look, I love you. I believe it's of God. But this one, it can't work. Because, I'm the one speaking now. She's not yet to speak for herself, so I don't want to say things that will make it seem as if you're trying to denigrate somebody. But she did something that was like, wow, it was a high level of abuse. And I'm like, what? You mean? No, I can't take this. That if that's the case, let me just move on with my life and all this. All this is before marriage. Before marriage. Oh, later on, I'm sorry. So we went ahead. On wedding day, she walked out of the wedding.
Wow.
Because people don't know all these stories. But I just want to use it to help people.
Yeah.
It's my story to share. And I'm doing it for the first time openly, globally. I don't know why, but I believe maybe it's just God that wants us to. So now she walked out of the wedding. There are people that were there. And why did she walk out of the wedding? To see where religion destroys people's life. We walk, we didn't do, of course, I've preached it. I don't do reception, I don't do it, waste of money.
Yes.
Wedding gown and all those
Yeah.
things. We got, so there was, I'm the firstborn of my family. So my parents are saying, you are the firstborn. And my mother will call, mommy, so I can't do what I don't have because I have learned a lot of things by virtue of my own work. I've seen the fathers, all these people, because I was the director of mission for Maurice from 1992. All the fathers of faith, I was in meetings with them, sitting down as the secretary, typing and hearing the things that they don't say on the pulpit. So before I ever got married, I already knew that my children must be born in America. It was already a software inside me. So I said, look, this one. So that was my own vision, American Peking. So that at least they will get American passport out. So we don't born Peking for America since 1990. So
yeah, when it wasn't,
we are the one that started about planning because that was what I saw that many of the fathers were talking behind the scene. So that was my own focus. So when they say you are the firstborn, we have to do reception. I said, no problem, you can do. We'll come and visit you people.
Yes.
That was what we went to do. And as we were coming in, my mother came out and, hey, our wife has come. Oh. She just flipped. No, mommy, I'm not your wife. I'm my husband's wife. Upbringing, culture, messages. That's the way they say, they will not say our wife. Will now become Yawole, a wife of a compound, and they will now pour water for you to match on evil water. So my mom said, no, this is Jesus' house. There's no evil water here. No. But I felt like, what's this? Before people, you are just coming to him. So when we got this, I said, why? What do they do you now? Which evil water? I'll be man of God. You'll be woman of God. This is a Christian. Which one be? Our wife is just a Greek. She said, no. I don't know. In fact, why are we here? She just turned around and said, I'm leaving. She didn't spend time. Wedding day. Oh.
Wow.
Because people do. And she walked out. Wow. And of course, as he said, what's that? If you leave, means that they do Africa, but if you leave, my mother came to me and said, you are living here. This is not your house. Like your wife has gone, you have to follow your wife. You are a man now, you are married.
Wow.
Follow your wife.
Wow.
The people that were there are still alive. That's the marriage. That's the beginning of a marriage. For the next 10 years, it was a combination of all kinds of stuff.